So welcome back to So This Is Thailand. Now coming up we have our expert advice. Very interesting man coming in, Kun Vasin from Provision. And Johan and Tara are going to talk to him. He writes all those technical books, you know, how to on your camera, how to on your mobile phone, all those dummy kind of books that I usually need to read. But a very interesting interview coming up with Johan and Tara. And also just on that point, we do have the Thailand Mobile Expo coming up at the end of the week at Queen Sirikit. So for all you technos out there and you're wanting to find out exactly the difference between the mobiles all under one roof, head down to Queen Sirikit for the Thailand Mobile Expo. But I'm looking forward to hearing about Kun Vasin, and he sounds, he's the type of person I believe who keeps up with all the latest technology and gadgetry.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. So lots of information, and then also coming up on...
on Expat Travel Picks, we have Kun Sansani, who is still taking us around Chiang Mai, and that'll be lots of fun. So let's go check that out.
And expert advice. Now we have a subject today that we haven't really covered a lot in the past. It's technology, and there's so much changing in the world today. Lots of new technologies out, lots of old technologies that I know a lot of people really don't understand, including myself. So we have a wonderful expert with us today, Kun Vasin Permsap, who is the executive editor and managing director of Provision Company Limited. Thank you for joining us today. Well, I guess it's a hard question of where to begin. I know obviously a lot what's on people's minds today is, well, iPhone 5 just came out, new iOS as well. I know Windows 8 is making a debut in a lot of mobile devices. Android seems to be coming out with a new version every day. Big question on, I guess, everyone's on, where's this all going?
I think this instead of flux, it's changing very fast. Even me, and some days I wake up confusing. But you know, I hope that some of them will evolve because there are too many platforms. If there are 3 platforms, I have to carry on 3 phones. It's terrible.
Well, I know people who are Apple users are usually very diehard users. People who love Android say you have to go with Android, and then of course you have the Windows camp.
Yeah.
For those out there who, let's say, haven't bought into one particular technology, how can you weigh the differences? How can you really make the decision?
I think it depends because in terms of development, the iPhone just came first about 5 years ago, and Android came later. But they are cheaper and there were more manufacturers, so widely captured the market share, surpassed the iPhone in terms of units sold. So many Android handsets on the market. But iPhone still lead the value, so because it's still expensive one and more like the sell to the elite, so like that, the more higher people. And there's some research that people who use the iPhone do small things than the people who use the Android phone on their phone.
You mean more productivity?
They use it for more things like they're browsing the web. For example, the Safari on the iOS on the iPhone still has more than 50% of the market share of all the browsing. So people, because of what? Because the Android phone user is ranging from the high model, very expensive one, and to the cheaper one, which cannot do so much things.
So under the umbrella of smartphones, I mean, they're all smart, but how are they different from each other? Is there a market difference?
The difference is under the hood. On the top is do almost the same capabilities. So different in the way we use it, but capability is the same. Even the newcomer, the Windows Phone, which will be launched maybe next month, the Windows Phone 8, which create a more state of the flux, more confusion. Yeah.
More confusion, more things to choose from.
Yes.
Now, when you talk about smartphones, I guess we have to talk about 3G, which we don't have yet here.
Yes.
But for maybe for me, who's a little bit of a technophobe.
Okay.
What is 3G, and is it really going to make that much of a difference?
Okay, let me put it this way. We have a mobile phone for about 12 or 15 years right now. Before that, the first generation called the 1G is voice only. So we can call, you know the big one, you can carry it with 2 hands.
With the
black
black screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that's voice only. And then we have the 2G, which including 2.5 or 2.75G, which means the data. but slow data. You can reach email, you can browse web if you can wait long enough. Something like that.
Okay. Is that what we have here right now? Or?
But actually, we are about 2.75G. We are almost 3G. We have the unofficial 3G offers for all over the country, right? For the True Move, for the from some of AIS and DTAC, for example. Actually, is 3G? 3G in terms of technicals is so much detail, but the major point, the implication of 3G is that we can share something because it's too slow to do it under 2G. The 3G is fast enough so that, for example, you use Facebook, right? For Facebook, even 2G phone let you browse the web, let you do so many things. But when you want to share video or photos, it's terrible.
Right.
It's very long.
So
3G is about sharing.
Okay.
You can faster enough to share. And then the government going to be at the auction for 3G license next month, and I think within half a year or 6 months, everything will be in place. Why? Why so fast? You may ask. Because actually, all the equipment installed now is capable for upgrade to 3G almost instantly. They're just changing software.
Okay.
So
they're just really waiting for the licensing process.
Yes, actually.
Do you think it's really going to make a difference in the way we live?
Frankly speaking, not much. It should be cheaper, but in terms of speed, maybe somewhat faster, but not much. Why? Because whenever you use 3G, the more people use it, the bandwidth, the capacity of the system has to be shared. From my experience of travel abroad, all the countries use 3G, not so fast, because everybody use it.
Right.
Everybody share the video, share the photos. But it's more stable.
Well, if we're talking about speed here and planning for the head, and especially with all the new hardware coming out, if we just look at the iPhone, we look at the Samsung, we look at the Nokias, the new ones coming out, which even have the 4 LTE capabilities. Since we don't have the 4th generation here yet in Thailand, it's probably going to be many more years, unfortunately. Is it worth buying a phone which has that capability for use here in Thailand?
Actually, I have to put it this way. We don't have choice. Because manufacturers want to make as few models as they want. For example, the iPhone, when they came out, just one model, different capacity. But one model, they have LTE built right in. So we have to buy the newest model always. Because it's cheapest. You can buy the old model, limited capacity, but it won't be cheaper. And you're talking about the LTE, that's the 4G. I think the 4G is not far. Why? Because I just heard a few days ago that Laos has 4G already.
I don't think Thais are going to want to see their neighbors going ahead in terms of speed. So hopefully it won't be as of an arduous process as the 3G is.
But actually, I think it won't be difficult to implement, because if they can do it in the 3Gs in maybe half a year or something like that, because mainly they want to cover all the crowded area of metropolitan area, not mean up country. Okay, mean some big cities, some big province, some large province like Chiang Mai, Phuket, and so on. But when the 4Gs come, okay, they have to choose first the WiMAX or the LTE. It depends. But I think LTE will become pretty well standard. But when they choose the technology and they get the license, which the government going to be auctioned early next year. So maybe as fast as we might be use 4G next year, by later next year, something like that.
We'll keep our fingers crossed.
Yeah, I hope so. Well, it depends on so many things like the politics and so on.
Sure. Well, I know in addition to all this technology that we're talking about today is you are also a publisher, and we're actually going to have him back on Kun Wasin back on the show, because all this new technology, how exactly do you use it all? Well, he's also the man to go to as a publisher of all these technology books.
Yes.
So thank you for joining us today. Stay tuned. We will have him back on the show again in the future, though, but don't go away, because we have plenty more coming up on So This Is Thailand.
Next to me is the director of the Chiang Mai Royal Agricultural Research Center, the director Uthai Nopakun Wong. Please welcome to to the show. Yesterday we went to visit the International Garden, and today we are doing the Thai garden. So first of all, I should ask you the word of horticultural exposition. When we call this horticultural, what does it mean?
The horticulture include different kind of plants.
Yeah.
Besides from the flower and ornamental, we got the vegetables, fruit trees, and the medicinal herbs and spicy.
So in the tropical dome, we have to control the temperature with the giant fan and the machine to be at the 25 to 30 degrees Celsius, and the double door too.
The highlight of the plant here that tropical plants that we can find just in the deep forest
Oh.
in high humidity area of tropical zone.
And this is a highlight of the tropical dome. Is the prehistoric fern. You call it fern or plants?
We call pine, wormy pine,
pine.
or dinosaurus plants, because we first found from the fossil that it's back to the age of 250 million years ago, and just more than 10 years ago that we found that they're still alive. In the Wollomia National Park in New South Wales of Australia. So Thailand just kept one seedling from Australia and we keep it in this dome as well.
What do you call this area?
This area, we call the succulent plants.
What does it mean?
This is the like you live in the desert. It's a very hot, warm climate and
Yes.
dry, and the plant can live. It's just only the cactus like
I
this.
see. And they have water inside
Yes,
them to
yes.
survive.
To survive.
So how many kinds, I mean, special or highlights?
Over 40 kinds of the succulent plants we display here. And some are cactus, some are euphorbia, some are the Australian grass tree.
Besides flowers and vegetables, so we have fern, and that is a special one.
Yes, this is the hybrid fern between the New Caledonia and the Brazilian fern, and this name belong to the highness, we call
Prince.
Latsami short fern. These are new hybrids.